Welcome back to Schizophrenia Life. I'm your host. Today we're doing the late show rather than the morning show. Today is Sunday, so you guys should start getting excited for tomorrow, Monday morning. I know you guys are thrilled to go back to work. I've been spending my weekend, catching up on homework. I had 2 papers to write. I'm trying to finish out the last few classes of my degree. But anyway, today's topic is freedom. Um, and I don't use that lightly. You guys have the freedom to do whatever you want. Freedom to be lazy or freedom to get shit done. You have the freedom to change your life. Whether you do it or not is the question. Perfect examples would include you want to clean your house. You have the freedom to do that. All you have to do is get up, start doing it. But then you are like, oh, I have a few more episodes on Netflix. And then you sit down and watch Netflix. So you used your freedom to watch a movie over getting what you wanted done. So when people say, I don't have time for that, or I don't have time to start that side business, I don't have time to exercise, I don't have time for whatever, it's basically, they're not saying they don't physically have time, they're saying it's not important to me. It's not important enough to me. And they have the freedom to decide what is important to them. So, you have to decide in your own life what is going to be important. What is important to you? I could decide, I don't know, it's not, I don't have time to post a few times a day on whatever, then I don't do it. Because obviously it's not important enough for me to do it. I could decide, so many things. You have the freedom of your own life. Like, you control your life. And not everyone has that luxury. There's still people in slavery all over the world, and people don't realize that. And so if you're listening to this, you are probably not one of those people because you have access to this. So you have the freedom to do what you want to make your life better. If you're in a bad relationship, you have the freedom to leave that relationship. If you're in a bad job, that you hate your job, you have the freedom to leave that. Now, when and whether you get another job before you leave, those are all things that are specific to your situation, and I can't tell you what to do. But you have the freedom to do whatever you want in life. I hear a lot of people tell me they wish they could change, they just can't. And they don't want it bad enough. If you want something bad enough, you will do anything to get it. You will do anything to change. You'll do anything to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Whether that means, staying up and working on it until 2 in the morning, then going to work at 6. Like, if you want to get it done, you're going to get it done, regardless of the obstacles. So, the main takeaway from this is you have the freedom to do whatever you want. So, use that freedom wisely. Use your time wisely. You have 24 hours a day. You sleep for 6 to 8 hours. What are you doing with the rest of the time? You know, say you work 9 to 5 or 8 hours generally. So then that's maybe 16 hours together. What are you doing with the rest of the time? Travel, maybe spending time with family, a couple hours. It still leaves you with 5 or 6 hours to accomplish what you want to do, and you have the freedom to use that 5 or 6 hours a day to change. Whether you do it or not, that's your freedom. And I'm not talking just to people in the US, I'm talking to people all over the world. Um, Regardless of the type of country you're in, most countries, you have the freedom to change you personally. How you look at life, what you do with your time. And this isn't in every country. There's a few that are limited, but generally speaking, most of Europe, um, and so on, you maybe you don't see any opportunities to change your life. Well, then you have to get out and make opportunities. You have to start producing action. If you're listening to this, it means you have access to the internet. And just based off that, you can change your life. Just access to the internet will change your life. I read a article about they're finally starting to get in some of the poorer countries in Africa internet. And I know Google's been working on it, Facebook's been working on it. I think even Tesla's trying to do the solar panel drones. Everyone's trying to get internet to these places. Well, one of the towns finally got internet, um, but they didn't really have great stable power, and so one of the guys in the town used that to learn and ended up building a out of spare wood and parts that he got from around his village and from other places. Out of just spare junk, he built a energy wind farm, and so now they have stable power in that village. And that was just, he looked it up. How do I do this? He had a problem and he fixed it. And you can do that with everything in your life. You have a problem, you just have to figure out how to fix it and fix it. Don't dwell on the fact that you have a problem. Don't be depressed about it. Figure it out and fix it. And if you need help figuring it out, hit me up. Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I can try to help you as well. Unless like a million people message me at once, which I doubt it, but then I'll have to go through one at a time. Oh man. Alright. It is Sunday night. I'm gonna be putting the kids to bed here in a few minutes. So I hope you guys have a great start of your week. I am going to do another podcast without video first thing in the morning. So I just don't have time to render a video before I have to go to work. So I'll be doing just the podcast, Android and iOS tomorrow morning. So love you guys. Have a great Sunday night, and take care of yourself. Use your freedom and time wisely.